that Israel had developed between 100 and 200 atomic bombs and had gone on to develop neutron bombs and thermonuclear weapons, enough to destroy the entire Middle East, and nobody has done anything about it since.
Intelligence reports reached Washington that Israel was building an atom bomb. Despite claims that Dimona was for peaceful purposes only, Israel's leader Ben-Gurion was summoned to Washington. President Kennedy feared an arms race in the Middle East and demanded inspections. But when inspectors finally entered the plant in May 1961, they were tricked. They were shown a fake control room on the ground floor. They were unaware of the 6 floors below where the plutonium was made.
Well, this was something of great pride and almost a legendary story in Dimona, according to Vanunu. When the Americans came, they were completely hoodwinked. All the entrances, including the lift shafts, were bricked up and plastered over, so it was impossible for anyone to find their way down to the lower floors.
After Kennedy's assassination, the pressure on Israel was off. His successor, Lyndon Johnson, turned a blind eye. Today, proliferation experts report Israel has the world's 6th largest nuclear arsenal, with small tactical nuclear weapons, nuclear landmines, as well as medium-range nuclear missiles launchable from air, land or sea. It's thought plutonium is made in Dimona. Nuclear weapons are assembled at Yodafat and stored at Zechariah and El Abun. 3 nuclear submarines are based in Haifa, and Israel's biological and chemical warfare laboratories are at Nes Ziona. Israel never comments on such reports. But evidence continues to emerge. In 1992, an Israeli cargo plane crashed in Amsterdam, killing 43 people. The Israelis claimed it was carrying flowers and perfume. It took 6 years and a Dutch parliamentary inquiry before they admitted it was carrying DMNP, a key component for sarin nerve gas.
In the coming months, this is... Doc, I know you've already talked about the Doomsday weapon.
Yes. We just started talking about it, Rick.
So we have an Israeli member of the Knesset saying, let's bring out our Doomsday weapons.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you had Doomsday weapons.
No, that's a good point.
You have Doomsday weapons?
Hasn't Israel pretended like they haven't had nuclear weapons all this time?
Look, this is beyond nuclear.
I know.
What is it? What is it, Doc?
It's a weapon designed for annihilation of an entire population.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a neutron bomb. That's what they have. They have neutron bombs. Neutron bombs kill people and don't knock down buildings. What she's saying is, a couple neutron bombs, we killed 2 million Palestinians, it's over. No radiation, we just go in and...
pick up the bodies.
Yeah, bury the bodies, they'll burn the bodies, 2 million, they'll get rid of them. That's what she's calling for. Instant genocide. She's saying to Netanyahu, bring out the Jericho. They're calling it the Jericho bomb. It's a neutron. This is my belief. It's a neutron bomb. It is something that is not going to hurt the Zionists that are just a few miles away. She's not going to nuke Gaza.
Right.
There's a weapon. They've got a weapon that can annihilate people without spreading the radiation downwind.
Right. Okay.
It's called instant genocide. Or she's saying bring out the DNA biological weapon.
And that's not a made-up thing. We've reported
Release the biological weapon that kills Arabs. She's got something in her mind, and Netanyahu knows what it is. And the other Zionist politicians know what she's talking about. And now they're thinking, is it time to do it? Do we bring out the weapon that kills people and not buildings? Folks, you have no idea how horrifying this war is going to become. You have no idea. Don't listen to the Sean Hannitys. Don't listen to the warmongers. Don't get that bloodlust in your heart, in your mind.
And it is a bloodlust.
It is a bloodlust.
I tried scanning some of the talking heads last night. I couldn't believe how hypnotized they were with the thought of dead Palestinians.
I know. I was listening to talk radio driving in. Same thing. Listening to a national talk show host just laughing about it. Laughing. You don't want that on you. Spiritually, you don't want it on you, because whatsoever you sow, you shall reap.
Yes.
And the Israelis are going to obliterate Gaza. And when they obliterate Gaza, they will wipe out 2 million Gazan Palestinians. And they don't care. I told you the feeling I had when I didn't meet him. He didn't shake my hand. I was standing next to Netanyahu, but I got a good look at him. I saw a man that absolutely cold, lifeless eyes, soulless eyes. I saw a man who could kill 2 million people and then go to dinner. Wouldn't bother him at all, because in his mind, they're not people.
That's right.
You have to understand
beasts, savages.
They're savages. They're beasts. In his mind, the Palestinians are not people. So he has no conscience that would bother him. And we are witnessing in real time mass genocide, and hardly anybody is saying anything about it. And if you do say something about it, you will be extremely criticized. You may be shut down. They'll have a ceasefire when there's nobody left in Gaza. They will stop shooting when everybody stops breathing. That is the intention, folks. Total elimination of the Palestinian people. This is genocide. I don't care what you think about the state of Israel. No sane human with a heart can justify genocide, a complete wipeout of a people.
I mean, think of it this way. If Mexican cartels were coming into Texas and they were killing people and everything, we wouldn't wipe out Mexico City, would we?
And kill all the Mexican children.
Right.
That's the equal of what Netanyahu is doing.
We would go after who? We'd go after the cartels.
The cartels.
Right? That's the logic.
But that's not the way the Jews think. The Jews' motto is rise up and kill first. They kill everybody. They don't have a conscience about this stuff, Doc. They don't have a conscience about it because they don't believe Palestinians are people. You have to get that through your head. Everybody, listen to me. They are racist. They have a racial superiority mentality, and they view the Palestinians as inferior subhumans.
Right.
During your speech, you made a lot of references to Jewish people as well as certain people in your audience, not Jewish people in general, but certain people, especially in your audience, tonight. Now, that is extremely offensive when certain people are German, and they're also extremely offensive to people who've actually suffered under rule.
I don't respect that anymore. I really don't. I don't like and I don't respect the crocodile tears. The crocodile tears. No. My late father was in Auschwitz. My late mother was in Majdanek concentration camp. Both of my parents were in the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. And it's precisely and exactly because of the lessons my parents taught me and my two siblings that I will not be silent when Israel commits its crimes against the Palestinians. And I consider nothing more despicable than to use their suffering and their martyrdom to try to justify the torture, the brutalization, the demolition of homes that Israel daily commits against the Palestinians. So I refuse any longer to be intimidated or browbeaten by the tears